Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and this class is designed to lengthen and tone the muscles in your legs. It's a pretty strong lower body flow without any push-ups. Great if you need to give your shoulders and wrists a break, or you're preparing for skiing. To get started, come to an easy forward fold at the very top of your mat. Feet hip width apart, and put a deep bend in the knees, and gently folding forward from your hips. And you can clasp opposite elbows here, let your head hang heavy, and just take a little sway side to side. Nice and easy, not pulling on your low back spine, torso sitting on your thighs or in between your thighs there, and just rolling around through the soles of your feet. And starting to deepen your breath, letting your breath touch the back of your ribs. Breathing out smoothly. And just taking 2 more deep breaths in and out here. And releasing your fingertips to the floor. Take a half lift, your hands to your shins, and just extend out through your spine, crown of the head forward as you exhale, fold in. Really slowly letting your arms hang heavy, roll up through the spine, coming all the way up to stand, reaching your arms up and overhead, pressing your palms and just lowering your hands to your heart center, toe heeling your feet together. As you feel yourself breathe in, bend the knees, come into chair pose. And as you exhale, sink the buttocks down, your weight back into your heels. Breathing in, extending up through the sides of your waist. And as you exhale, sink down a little deeper, keeping your toes light and fluffy. Big breath in. And as you exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. And staying upright through the torso, really puff the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades in toward each other. And then as you exhale, just gently, gently fold, keeping the knees bent, laying your torso down on your thighs and sending your arms away from your back, just in your comfortable range of motion. Take a couple of breaths here, and you want to try and maintain length through the back of your neck, so lightly tuck the chin in toward your chest, reach the crown of your head forward. And then from here, work towards straightening your legs, pushing down into the feet, tipping your weight gently forward toward the toes so you stay level and broad through your feet, even in balance. And you might like to send your arms a little further away from your back as you fold. Shoulder heads lift up and away from the mat. Your head hangs heavy. Releasing the hands, bending the knees again, come into chair pose. Reach the arms up and then press the palms, take your hands to your heart. Sinking down low here. Now you're going to transfer your weight onto your right foot. So both knees are still bent. And raise the left knee. So you're just hugging the knees together, left toes point behind you. Sinking down, your low belly's nice and firm, you're breathing wide into your ribs. And then pushing down into your right foot, straighten both legs and kick your left leg out in front of you. So both legs are straight and they come into an L. Doesn't matter how high you lift that left leg. Just reaching out through your left heel. And then re-bend the knees, draw the left knee back in and send the left leg out straight behind you, coming into swan pose. So you want to keep a bend in your right knee, rotate your left hip down, and you might like to extend the arms alongside your body, stretching through the sides of your waist. Send the heart forward, crown of the head forward. Breathe here, take 2 more deep breaths. As you exhale, step forward, coming into chair pose. Release the arms, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Both knees are bent, weights back in your heels. And balancing now on your left foot, raise the right knee in toward your chest. Squeezing in, belly's firm, shoulders relaxed. And then very slowly work towards straightening both legs, kicking your right leg out straight in front of you, any amount, reaching out through the heel, lifting up tall through the sides of the waist, so your ribs lift up. And then re-bend your right knee and send the right leg out straight behind you. So left knee stays a little bent. You're going to roll the right hip down to keep the hips nice and level, and your low back feeling broad, supported by your belly. Arms can come by your side. And stretch the crown of your head forward. Take 2 more breaths. As you feel yourself breathe out, step forward. Toes come together, bend the knees, reach the arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale your hands to your heart. Dropping your weight now into your right foot. Pick up the left knee, squeezing the knees together. And then stepping back with your left foot, coming into Virabhadrasana 3, Vira 2, anchoring down through your left foot, left leg nice and straight, open the arms out to a T. Reaching forward and back equally with the fingertips, so you're broad through the chest, through the reach of your arms. Sink the front thigh down and track your right knee toward the little toe side of your right foot. As you inhale, take the arms up alongside your ears, come into temple pose, heels in, your toes out. So you've got 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock with the feet, lifting up through the sides of the waist, sinking the buttocks down, no lower than your knees. Low belly, the front of your pelvis lifting up. And then open the arms out wide and turn to face the back of your mat, coming into Virabhadrasana 2 to the left side. And sinking down through the hips. So the inner thighs are stretching toward your knees, your armpits balanced over the hips. And you can see your front toes off the front ledge of your knee. From here, with a firm belly, you're going to step to the back of your mat, bringing the toes together, sinking the hips down, coming back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe out deeply. Sink down low. Transferring your weight onto your right foot now. Lifting the left knee up, bending the knees. And stepping back lightly with your left foot into Warrior 2. Take a long stride back. Land in the feet. Steady in your breath. And as you inhale here, reverse your warrior. Left hand down, right arm up and overhead. Exhale back to Warrior 2. Inhale, arms up alongside your ears, temple pose, heels in, toes out, sink the buttocks down. Keep breathing as smooth as you can. And then turning to face the front of the mat, coming into Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. Bend deeply through the front knee, straighten through the back leg. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reaching up and back. Exhale, return to Warrior 2. And here you're going to step forward to the top edge of the mat. Nice firm belly. Stepping forward, sinking the hips, chair pose. Here we are again. Reach the arms up alongside your ears. You can look down or look up in chair pose, just whatever feels most comfortable for your neck. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, fold and work towards straightening the legs, just taking the heat out of the legs. Inhale, coming up halfway. Hands can move to the shins, extending through the front of your spine. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, this is your second side. Reach the arms, chair pose. Balancing now into your left foot. Bend and lift the right knee. and step the right foot back into Warrior Two. Land here. Sink the hips, bend the front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, back to Warrior Two. Inhale, arms up. Temple pose, heels spin in, toes spin out, sink the hips down. Turning toward the back of the mat, Warrior Two. Lunge deep through the front knee, keep the back leg super straight, steady so you feel grounded. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. And you're going to step up to the back edge of the mat, bring the back foot forward to meet the top foot, sink down in your hips, come into chair, reach the arms. Stay here for your exhale. Transferring your weight onto your left foot now. You're still in chair. Raise the right knee up, squeeze the knees together, and very lightly, gracefully step back with your right foot, Warrior Two. Land the feet. Extend broadly across your chest. Keep the legs where they are. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach up and back, side body stretch. And as you exhale, back to Warrior Two. As you inhale, arms up, coming into temple pose, bend both knees, spin your toes out, your heels in, sink the hips down. And coming into Warrior Two to the front of the mat, turning to face the front of the mat. Warrior Two, bend the front knee nice and deep. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two, breathing deep. Nice firm belly as you step lightly to the top edge of the mat. Bend the knees, come into chair pose. Rest coming up. Exhale and fold over the legs, straightening your legs any amount. Inhale, coming up halfway and just separate the feet so they're about hip width apart. With your peace fingers and thumbs, catch a hold of your big toes and take a half lift, straightening your legs as much as you can, but extending your spine, heart forward. And then as you exhale, elbows out to the side, fold in. And it might feel nice to bend your knees just a little bit here, tipping forward so your weight's even from the heels to the toes. And just lengthening through the back of your legs now, taking a rest, taking the heat out of the legs, slowing the rhythm of your breath. And taking 3 more deep breaths in and out here. And relaxing the muscles in your face, letting go through the jaw. Pushing evenly down through your feet so you've got an upward energy moving up the legs. Gently tractioning your spine as you just let it hang through the weight of your head. And then from here, to heel your feet back together, releasing your bind. Bend the knees, come into chair pose, reach the arms, and as you breathe out, take the arms behind your back, interlace your fingers once more. So knees are bent, shoulder blades squeeze in behind you, hands are clasped. You're going to lean your weight onto your right foot here. And then gently, slowly start to straighten both legs. Kick your left leg out straight in front of you. Any amount, try and lift it up nice and high without leaning back through the torso. And keeping your hands bound here in this shoulder stretch. Bend both knees again, so you've got a little bit of balance there in the right leg. And send the left leg back behind you into swan pose, including the shoulder stretch. Reaching back through the fists, forward through the crown of your head, releasing tension through the back of the neck, and keeping space in the low back spine, supported with your abdominal muscles lifting up. From here, you're really going to gracefully step back into a crescent lunge. So you're stepping back onto the left foot, perhaps a little bend in that left knee. Reach the arms up overhead alongside your ears there. Get steady in your feet. If you need to, just take your hands to your hips and adjust so you feel very grounded and balanced here. You can step the right foot over into the right lane, left foot in the left lane. And from here, we're going to take eagle arms. You're going to wrap your right arm on top of your left arm and bring your hands to prayer. If it's not accessible for you, feel free to cross the arms, catch a hold of your shoulders. Pause there, lifting up through the elbows and forward through the forearms. So you get that lovely broadness through your upper back. Gaze is steady. And from here, we're going to step into eagle pose. So stepping forward, your left leg wraps over the top of the right leg. And if you can hook the left toes behind the right calf there. Otherwise, tap the toe to the floor. Let your hips sink down. Rest is coming up. Just stay with it. Keep breathing. Nice firm belly and your breath wide into your ribs. So you hold your balance, steady in your gaze. Little heat in the legs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently fold, unravel everything, fold over the legs. Take a half lift, breathe in, look forwards and the chest forward. And as you exhale, step back with your left foot. Take a really long stride and walk a quarter turn to your left. Spread leg forward, fold. Legs nice and firm here. And by that I mean lift the kneecaps, engage your quads. Take a half lift, breathe in. And as you exhale, fold down in between your legs. We'll do that a couple more times. Breathing in, coming up, giving yourself a little bit of space. Breathing out to let go and fold, lengthening through the back of your legs now, balancing out. Inhale, coming up halfway. And exhale, fold. Hang out here, let your head hang heavy. If you're a little bit more open here in the back of the legs, you can walk your fingertips to line up with your big toes, dropping your head toward the floor or onto the mat. And if you're a little less flexible here, please make sure that you're not locking your knees back. You want to keep that engagement through the legs and a feeling that you're pushing down through your feet, stretching the mat apart and relaxing your upper body. And just taking one more deep breath in and out. And from here, lifting up halfway as you breathe in, walking around to the front edge of your mat, stepping forward, bringing your toes together. As you inhale, reach your arms up, come into chair pose, tailbone lengthening down. Exhale, take the hands behind you, interlace your fingers, and come into that shoulder stretch. So your shoulder heads move back and your shoulder blades move in toward the midline of your spine here. So getting nice and steady in your upper body, long through the back of your neck. Lean your weight now onto your left foot. And then slowly work towards straightening both legs, kicking your right leg out straight in front of you, moving your legs into an L shape. Pushing down through your standing leg, reaching out through the heel of your lifted leg. Re-bend the knees, so you're just moving slow, stepping or reaching your right leg back and coming into swan pose. With the shoulder stretch, keep the hands where they are. Reach back with your fists forward through the crown of your head. Balancing here. Your left knee's bent. And then lightly step back with your right foot and come into crescent lunge. And adjust yourself here. Make sure you feel grounded. Your left foot could move a little further over into the left lane. You could put a little bend in the back knee. So you want to try and keep your pelvis level. From here, eagle arms, your left arm on top, your right arm under, either catching your shoulders or pressing your hands into prayer. And feeling for a broadness in your upper back by drawing the forearms forward, settling your gaze toward where your elbows cross. And then from here, you're going to step forward into that balance, into eagle pose, stepping forward your right leg on top of the shelf of the left leg. So your knees need to bend to wrap. And then sink yourself down, buttocks down. Keep a firm belly, your torso upright, forearms moving forward, and a steady gaze. Rest coming up, hang in there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, unravel, fold over your legs. Take a half lift, breathe in, give yourself a little bit of space. And as you exhale, fold back into chair pose. Take the toes together, bend the knees, reach the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, coming up halfway. And as you exhale, land the fingertips, step the right foot back and come into a low lunge. Right knee settles down on the floor. Reach the arms up alongside your ears, stretching up through the sides of the waist. And then just take your left hand to the top of your left thigh. Nice and easy here. Right arm reaches up and over for a side stretch, lateral body stretch. Breathe deep into the right side of the rib cage, keeping the heart turning forward or perhaps up. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, land the fingertips on the floor. And shift your weight back and come into pyramid pose. So working towards straightening the front leg, do keep your right leg powerfully strong and straight. Your right heel is anchored, outer edge of the foot is anchored on the floor, and you've got like a little cave in the arch of the back foot that you can see, just folding forward any amount, keeping length through the spine, lengthening out through the legs that you've just been working, just trying to keep some nice bilateral balance in the muscles, strong but lean and long. And then from here, a little bend in that front knee, walk your fingertips forward in front of your front foot and put a bend in your left knee. And you're going to tap your right knee to the back of your left calf. So tap it in, step it back. Tap in, step back. Keep your left knee bent and in position. Continue on. 2 more. Little warmth building in the legs. And then next time you bring it in, you're going to come to sit, Ardha Matsyendrasana, into a twist. So your right knee sits down behind the left leg and you come to sit. And taking your left fingertips behind you, reach your right arm up toward the sky, feeling for length in your body. And then as you exhale, twist to your left. Right elbow bending outside of the knee. And just coming around in your twist incrementally with your breath. Your inhale lifts you as you push down into your seat. As you exhale, you revolve. And just take 2 more slow breaths here. Not forcing anything. Just gently spiraling the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, release, unravel your legs, and we're going to make our way back into chair pose any way you like there. Untangling the legs, bring the toes together, bend the knees, reach the arms. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, step your left foot back now. Take your left knee to the floor. And reach the arms up, breathing in. Right hand down to your right thigh. Taking that lateral stretch, reaching your right arm up. Perhaps take your left arm up and over for a side stretch. And just breathing into the left side of your waist, leaning, tipping over to your right. One more deep breath in. And exhale, taking your fingertips to the floor. Shift your weight back, pick up your back knee and roll your way back into pyramid pose. Working towards straightening your right leg and keeping your left leg powerfully straight now. Folding in. It's okay to keep a little micro bend in that front knee. As long as you're feeling for a stretch, sensing a stretch between the back of your front knee and your buttocks. So it should be right in the belly of the hamstring muscles, right in the middle there. So really just tune in, listen in to the feedback from your body. Take 2 more deep breaths. As you exhale, walk your fingertips forward beyond the front foot and come into runner's lunge, so you might need to wriggle your back toes back. From here, you want to keep your front knee bent and you're going to tap your back knee to the back of your front calf. Stepping back and tapping, stepping back and tapping. Twice more. And here we come to sit. Ardha Matsyendrasana, taking your left knee behind your right leg and sitting down. Taking your right fingertips behind you now, send your left hand toward the ceiling, breathing in. And as you exhale, bend the left elbow outside of your knee and twist around. Incrementally coming around in your twist. Turning your gaze last over your shoulder. Keeping length and space through the torso by breathing deep, spacing the ribs. Taking 2 more deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to make our way to stand here. So just untangling the legs, stepping them out, making your way back onto both feet here. Take a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise to stand. Stretch your whole body out now, pressing down through your feet, lifting your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, making your way into Malasana Yogi squat pose. Separate your feet nice and wide and turn your big toes out, your heels in. And when you're ready, just coming to sit on the back of your legs. Your heels can lift or you can keep your heels down, whatever feels comfortable. Take a forward fold if it doesn't suit your knees to flex them so deeply here. But this is really a lovely posture for lengthening the inner thighs, the groins, but also lengthening all 3 parts of your spine, low back, mid back, and the back of your neck. Pressing the elbows into the knees, stretching up tall. And taking 1 more deep breath in. As you exhale, lift your hips, take a fold over the legs. Inhale, coming up halfway. And as you exhale, take your right foot back, stepping into warrior legs. Get nice and grounded, heels line up here. And when you're ready, as you breathe in, come all the way up and back, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, come into side angle, but just easy side angle, your forearm, left forearm on the knee, right arm up, straight up toward the ceiling so your shoulders are stacked. Both sides of your waist are long. Inhale, push down through that front foot, come all the way back up and reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg and come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So just taking your left hand down just below the knee. Some of you might be able to go down a little bit further, but just start there so you can feel for length through the sides of your waist. And you want to avoid a banana shape through the sides of the waist. So really lengthen it out through the left side of your waist by softening your right side rib cage, getting length and space there before you deepen into the pose. Your legs are strong and you're pushing down into your feet, feeling like you're stretching the mat apart with your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, take the hands down and step forward, top edge of the mat, toes come together. Inhale, coming up halfway. Second side, your left foot stepping back, warrior legs. Take a long stride, a deep bend in your front knee. When you feel ready, come on all the way up. Reverse your warrior, reach back, and then glide into side angle. Forearm down, reaching your top arm up, just straight up, stacking the shoulders. Take a few breaths here. Try not to lean too much weight there on your right forearm. Keeping strong in the legs, your back leg super straight. And then press down through your front foot. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. And start to straighten both legs here, lifting up through the kneecaps, engaging your quads and coming into triangle pose. So same thing here, just start easy. So you give your room in your body and space to breathe through the lungs, and feeling your tailbone lengthening away from the crown of your head. So you really stretch out through the torso, stretch out through the legs after all the work in the glutes and the quad muscles. And then perhaps coming down a little deeper, just sliding your hand down the leg. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Fingers to the floor. Take a half lift, breathe in. Take an easy forward fold, breathe out. Hands can come to your elbows or forearms. Drop your head, bend your knees. And just hang forward. Couple of breaths, you made it. And when you feel ready, there's no rush, you're just coming down onto your back. So perhaps moving to the middle of your mat here. Coming all the way down, hug your knees in toward your chest. And take a little rock side to side. And taking your feet to the floor now, your feet hip width apart. Big toes spinning in, your heels lightly out. You should be able to brush your heels with your fingertips there. Lying in a straight line through the torso, and we'll just move through a bridge flow. As you feel yourself breathe in, just send the arms overhead, let your spine arch, your front body stretch. And as you breathe out, bring the hands forward and flatten out through the low back spine, pressing it into the mat. Inhale, pushing down through the feet, lifting the hips. Exhale, stay here. Pause here. Keep the thighs parallel with one another and feel all four corners of your feet pressing into the mat. Get the feeling also that your tailbone's lengthening toward the back of your knees. So keeping space and length, encouraging length through the low back spine. And then feel your breath, just moving your ribs, breathing deep into the front body. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, gently release, roll down your spine. Touch down low back spine and then hug the knees in toward your chest. Little rock side to side. And coming into happy baby, just separate the knees, turn the soles of your feet toward the ceiling, catch a hold outside edges of your feet. And very gently moving your knees down toward your armpits or the floor. Trying to keep your low back grounded there on the floor. Rest your head back. Relax your neck. And then from here, bring the soles of your feet together. And rest the outer edges of your feet down to the mat, coming into Supta, Baddha Konasana, bound, reclined, angle pose. Rest down. You can rest your hands anywhere you like here, on your body's nice, or by your side, palms face up. Close your eyes and take a few moments here at the end of your practice, feeling the warmth that you created in your lower body today. Just letting that circulate in and around your hips, but most importantly, letting go now through the outer seams of your legs, including your buttocks. So just let go of any squeezing, and then relaxing down through the inner seams of your legs all the way down to the arches of your feet. Rest and relax. And ideally, if you've got a little bit of time here, go ahead, take the next 10 minutes to rest quietly, either in this position if it's comfortable for you, or extend the legs out. Come into Shavasana, your heels to the corner edges of the mat so your feet just fall out to the sides. Move your arms away from your body, your palms face up. And then smooth out through your upper back. Let your brain relax into the back of your head. Let your eyes close. And rest. Stay here any amount of time. Thanks for joining. And I hope you have a fantastic day or evening if you've done this in the evening. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.